Hello guys, you're welcome to my channel, and today we are going to continue our discussion on the bony pelvis. So the other time we mentioned some important landmarks on the bony pelvis which I'll be able to refresh our memory on. So we have the ala of the sacrum, we have the sacral promontory. The sacral promontory is a point on the sacrum that projects into the space. So we have the sacral promontory, the ala of the sacrum. The joint here is known as the sacroiliac joint. This line here is known as the iliopectineal line. It's the line that connects the ilium to the pubic bone. So it's known as the iliopectineal line. Now where the two bones meet, it's known as the iliopectineal eminence. So you realize that that place is projected. There's like a thickened portion, so it's known as the iliopectineal eminence. Then we have the superior ramus of the pubic bone. Then we have the pubic tubercle. We have the symphysis pubis, and so all these landmarks here applies here. Good. Now we are going to talk about the joints that combines this bone, so all the four bones that form the pelvic girdle, the joints that make sure that the bones are able to glue together, to gel together. Now we have two sacroiliac joints. That is the joint between the sacrum and the ilium, sacroiliac joints. And because the innominate bones are two, they are attached to the sacrum at left and right points. So we have two sacroiliac joints. Then we have this joint called the symphysis pubis. It's a cartilage that joins the two innominate bone in front anteriorly. It's known as symphysis pubis. Now without this cartilage, there will be a space here, and the part of this bone will be very unstable because there is nothing gluing the two bones together. Now the last joint is known as the sacrococcygeal joint. It is between the sacrum and then the coccyx. This dummy doesn't have the coccyx, so I'm going to use another one to demonstrate. So you see that this is the sacrum. Now at this point you realize that another bone continues from the sacrum, and this bone is known as the coccyx. Between the coccyx and the sacrum there is a joint. It's known as sacrococcygeal joint. Good. Now that we have identified the four joints that combines these bones together to form the pelvic girdle, we would recap. We have two sacroiliac joints, one symphysis pubis, and then one sacrococcygeal joint. Now with every joint there are ligaments. So I would say ligaments are like a reinforcement to make sure that the joints are stable. So obviously we've mentioned four joints that we can find in the pelvic brim or the pelvic bone. So it means that each of these joints would have a ligament surrounding them. So that means that we'll have two sacroiliac ligaments, because these are the joints. So there will be ligaments surrounding them. So it's two sacroiliac ligaments. And then the joint here, which is the symphysis pubis, you would have a pubic ligament here to secure these joints. And then between the sacrum and the coccyx, where we have the sacrococcygeal joint, there will also be a sacrococcygeal ligament, ensuring that these joints are stable. Good. Now that is not the only ligaments that we have as importance to us. We have two more ligaments that we need to mention because they have obstetric implications. It means that those joints can influence the outcome of your labor or your delivery. Now remember this point. We call it the ischial spine, and this one is called the ischial tuberosity. Now there is a ligament between the ischial spine and the sacrum. The ligament between the ischial spine and the sacrum is known as the sacrospinal ligament. as you can see here, it's being demonstrated. Let me see. Okay, so this is the ischial spine. There's a ligament running from here to the sacrum. It's known as the sacrospinal ligament. And then the other ligament that we need to mention is between the ischial tuberosity and the sacrum. So you can see it here. So there's a ligament running from the ischial tuberosity to the sacrum, and it's called the sacrotuberous ligament. Good. And there's another ligament called the pulpit ligament. This is what it runs from the anterior superior iliac spine to the body of the pubic bone. It's known as the pulpit ligament or inguinal ligaments. Good. So these are the ligaments that you should know about when you pick the bony pelvis. So normally during your final exams, as part of your licensing exams, you would meet an obstetrician, and you likely be given a bony pelvis to talk about the bones, the joints, the other important landmarks on it. So I hope this video helps. So please subscribe, like, and share. And I'll also really appreciate feedbacks from you guys. Have a nice day. Bye.